Hello everyone, welcome back to the Phone Museum. Today we'll go into the deep review in Settings app. And this one is Duoqin F22 Pro. At the beginning, you can see there's network and internet. When you click here, you can see Wi-Fi. Of course, you can turn on the Wi-Fi or turn off the Wi-Fi. And when you click in, you can see, when you turn on, you can see all the list of Wi-Fi. And if you connect to Wi-Fi, it will change to black to blue Wi-Fi icon. And you go to settings and you can disconnect, forget, and you can see the signal strings, frequency, and security, and what type of Wi-Fi is connect. By the way, this one does not support Wi-Fi 6 or 6E, other stuff. And device MAC address, IP address, gateway, subnet mask, DNS, transmit link speed, and receive link speed, and IP version 6 address as well. Oh, by the way, when you go to setting, you can modify the Wi-Fi password and stuff too. And when you go down in the Wi-Fi preference, you can see you can notify for public network, which has high quality public network is available, and you can install. This one have some problem, I guess. And WAPI as well, but you can add from here, but it does not have certification in the SD card, but this one does not support SD card, so yeah. And if you want, you can use Wi-Fi direct to share or those kind of stuff. And you can see right now it's picking up my tablet as well. And it's a change menu. To change the menu, turn off the LAN. So let's turn off. When I turn off, it's still say like this, so I don't know. And you can also see the save networks as well, and you can add network. And for the mobile network, you can turn on or off the mobile network. You can turn on off the roaming data thingy, and you can see the which app eats up the data. So right now I use most of data from Samsung Internet and then Firefox, etc. And click here, you can change the reset cycle, and you can set up the data warning and limit as well. And data warning and limit is same setting as you saw before. And for preferred network, you can choose the network whatever you want, but and advanced, you can turn on or off VoLTE, LTE, voice over LTE, and you can choose network type. And if your carrier support, then you can do the Wi-Fi calling, and you can choose automatically select, or you can choose manually, and you can change the APN from here. And you can turn on or off the airplane mode. And hotspot. In here, you can turn the Wi-Fi hotspot, you can change the name, change the security, change the password, and even change the frequency as well. Pretty cool. And there's an option that turn off hotspot automatically if no one connect to your hotspot to save battery. And of course, is support USB tethering and Bluetooth tethering as well. And data saver, if you turn on, then it will reduce the background using the mobile data, so to save data. And you can turn on which app will use data even you turn the data saver. For example, like weather, I need current weather information every hour, so I unrestrict this one as data and stuff. And you can show the system app and stuff. And you can add up the VPN from here. And mobile plan, my carrier does not support in here, but if your carrier support, then you can see your mobile plan and stuff. and private DNS as well. And next, connected device. In here, if you click the new device, then right now my Bluetooth was turned off. So it turned off my Bluetooth, and you can change your device name, and you can connect whatever you want to connect. And since I turned the Bluetooth, now you see the Bluetooth earphone I previously connect from here. And if you go settings, because this is all the earphone, so there's HD audio, phone calls, media audio, like those kind of stuff. And for connection preference, you can change to Bluetooth or the casting, mirror casting, or printing, or you can see the file received from Bluetooth. And there's app. You can see all the app I recently opened, and you can see all the apps, or you can see installed app or disabled app, or you can show the system app as well. And for example, if you click this one, then you can choose notification setting over individual apps, and you can see the permissions. You can give away or take away, or same thing. You give the permission or give away the permission, or you can clear the cache or clear the storage, user data, those kind of stuff. You can see how many data is used in foreground or background, or you can restrict the background data and stuff. And for the battery, and you can choose manage the battery usage on restrict, optimize, or restrict. But as you can see, is none of them is selected. This is a problem with this phone. So I using like Facebook or Messenger app, then I won't get a notification as soon as someone sent to me. But problem is somehow is I keep click on restrict, but it's automatically turn off this option, and it happened to all the third-party application. That means their like default app is stay what I set up, but somehow the third-party app, all the third-party app, it doesn't stay what I set. So when I go back, it's gone again. So you will miss a lot of notification because of this little crazy thing going on the background. And open by default, you can set up. And this one is your advanced as a display over other apps or alarms and reminders. But some other apps, for example like YouTube, you can see there's a picture in picture as well. And at the general, there's like you can set up which app as a default app. And if you don't use that app for a long time, but you give the permission, then it will take away permission if you don't use for a long time. And there's special app access, so you can see which app using those access, which app can access to do not disturb, or like media management, like those kind of stuff. And you can allowed, disallowed, you can do whatever you want. And notification, in the app setting, you can see most recent notification, and when you click it, you can choose which notification you want to receive and you want to turn off. And notification history, you can see notification history, it will collect for you. And device and app notification, which is same from the app setting, individual app setting. And which you want to receive notification from the lock screen, you can not showing notification from the lock screen, or you can hide silent notification where you show everything. So in notification, for example, you receive the notification. Do you want to see the information here, or you can choose to not show, so you have the notification of the which app send me a notification, but you cannot see the message, so other person cannot read your message if you left your phone on the table and went to the bathroom or something. There's an option for it, and you can see there's a notification. You can hide if you don't like it, since those two are default is silent notification. And you can allow notification snooze. There's a little snooze button, and the notification dot on app icon is, you can see there's little round dot. If you don't like that, then you can turn off. Ta-da! Okay. And so enhance notification. So it's give a like suggestion, action, and replies. And I think that was like Android 12 feature. And for the battery tab, on the top you can see the battery percentage, and you can see a little bar, and you can see which one use battery so far. And you can set up the battery saver. For me, I regularly charge my battery when it's down to 40% and charge all the way up to 80%. I try to do that. Of course, I cannot do it every single time, because sometimes I'm outside, the battery can go lower than 40%, but I try. That's why I set up as a, when it's 40%, it will turn the battery saver. That's my setting. And battery manager. So this one is, you can use battery manager, which is detect when apps drain battery, so it will give you a notification, and that app eat up the battery, those kind of stuff. And you can restrict the app. This one I manually restrict, and it will like this automatically restrict for me because I don't use it anymore, kind of stuff. And you can show the battery percentage or not. At the storage, you can see how many storage I'm using right now, and you can see each category, and when you click it, it will show which app eating, or show all the document, like those kind of stuff. And for the sound, you can change the sound from here, and there's D&D, you can turn on now, or you can select call or message, or which app, or alarms and touch sound, what do you want to hear and what do you want to ignore. And me, I schedule as a sleeping, so in go here, the date, when start, when end, those kind of stuff. You can see everything. And if I'm turn on from here, then how long it's gonna do it, until I turn off, or just for 1 hour or 2 hour, whatever, and ask every time. And for the display option, what do you want? No sound from notification, or no visual or sound from notification, or whatever I want. There's a bunch of choice. And you can choose ringtone. This was basic. I don't read Chinese, but there's different thing. And if you want, you can add from your MP3 file. And vibration for call, never, always, or vibrate first and then start ringing. And this is basic notification sound, and also you can add sound as well. And same for the alarm sound and a screen lock sound, like this, like that. And charging sound when charger connect, not the end one, the first one, ding, those sounds, not ding ding ding. That's from the my charging thing, because I asked to give me a notification when it reached 80%, but right now it's 88%. That's why it's giving me that notification. Anyways, and operation sound, which is the touch sound, like that, which is I found out a little annoying, so I turn off. And you can turn on the haptic feedback as well. And at the display, you can change the display level, and you can see there's a little sun icon. From 67 to 100 is like full, but it's go under to all the way to 33% is like half, and it's go down, it's gonna be nothing there. I like that little cute animation, but it's have just 3 different animation using for that, instead of like Samsung they using. It's the little sun icon is rotating. I kind of found out as a pretty cute animation. Anyways, it's not important. And you can turn on the blue light, and I like to using like when sunset is automatically turn on and sunrise automatically turn off, but this one does not have feature, so I just doing 5 to 8. Did you see any change? Yeah, you can see change from the screen as well. And adaptive brightness. So this one have a brightness sensor top here, ambient light sensor. So when I bring up the light, then it will bright up the display and go away. It's gonna lower the brightness. It take a little time, but it's there. This one is like, even I go to the dark place to a little bit brighter, it bring up the light like almost 100%. So I'm not a big fan of it. Right now I turn on the light for recording, but usually in indoor I usually put like 50% ish. Anyways, and you can choose wallpaper. So you can see basic wallpapers. It's this one, that one, that one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And one thing I found out that this one does not support live wallpaper, which is bummer. So I think that's like one of the big feature of Android. And for screen timeout, you can all the way up to 30 minutes. And this one have a button, so it have a button light timeout, but it turn on when in low light. I want to turn on every time, but I cannot do that. It just turn on when it's low light. That's one bad thing. And you can change the font size. You cannot change the font style though. And you can turn the screensaver if you want. And lock screen, again, you want to show the notification or not, or you can change the lock screen text. And lift to wake. I usually like this feature, but this one sensor is way sensitive. So even I didn't like mean to lift, it just a little move. It just turn on the phone. So it was, I found out very annoying. So I turn off this feature. Since there's a bunch of buttons, so I can just click to open the light up the thing. So it's not a big deal. So this one, I said there's so many buttons, that means it's in the pocket. It can accidentally turn the thing and call some random person. To do that, there's this little option. So when you go to lock screen, and if there's something, this will turn on. So, oh, it didn't work. So it, why it didn't work? Okay, too close to the device, it said. So right now, whatever I do, sometimes it doesn't work well, but usually it just keep the thing. I cannot interact. Doesn't work. To move, now I can interact. Something like that. And disable status bar. So right now, if I go to lock screen, I cannot go to status bar. But if I turn on that one, then obviously you can go to the access the thing. but sometimes doesn't work that smoothly. So I just you know what, it just turn off. And accessibility, you can see all the apps, and since this one does not have a Google Play service, so it has very limited options, as you can see. And somehow that's very bugging me. The little dot is not in the center, and I tried to put in the center. It's like you can hear the vibrate, which means this is gonna be center, and I lift, then it's gonna be like a little bit left. I don't know how to fix it. Anyway, that's a very minor stuff. And at the security, and you can choose lock, and I believe this one, I don't know why both turn on, but you can choose none of the lock screen or swipe or pattern or pin. There's no password. And the setting, when do you want to set up the lock screen? 1 minute after timeout, or power key to right away, or you can all the way to 30 minutes or immediately. And you can lock the SIM card, encrypt the device, and you can do the trust agents kind of stuff. And privacy, you can see which app using those privacy and stuff, and same for here, how many apps using the location in past time, camera, which app using things, those kind of stuff. And permission manager, you can see which apps are allowed to using the calendar, and you can show the system app, you can don't allow it, and you can change stuff. Same for the phone call, camera, like bunch of permissions. And you can allow, or the app can access the camera or the microphone, and you can show the password, notification lock screen again, like it's same option is like everywhere. And show clipboard access as well. And location, there's a which app use the location and when, and you can take back the thing again, the same stuff in different option. And location service, you can scan using the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth and both, whatever, to get better accurate location. And safety and emergency, so you can put your information to something happen, then those kind of stuff. And background application management. So even I turn the background application management, somehow I don't get the message. The message is coming well, the SMS is okay, the messenger, like third party, the texting doesn't work well. Sometimes I click that app, then it's just like, and the message was like 2 hours ago, something like that. So, and the key setting in the here, so there's a bunch of keys. So like a previous BlackBerry, you can long press to do whatever you want to do. So I set up 2 as a camera, 3 as a flashlight, and you can change the speed dial from your contacts. So let's see. So 2 is go to camera, and 3, oh, right now camera was on, that's why. 3 probably now works. Yeah, there's flashlight. Let's turn off, those kind of stuff. And this one, so this one actually have a separate app, kind of little interesting feature, because I tried to use it first time, I don't know how it works, but now I found out that, let's delete and customize, go to setting. So for example, I want like this gesture. Oh, you need to click the star. I want this gesture, and then let's save. And since this one is going up, page up, right? So let's go to keypad up. Next, just random names. Oop. Okay, so it's saved. So let's go to internet. Then when I click the up, it worked, that scroll thing. So yeah, it's pretty useful. And you can send the feedback, and you can go to system, change the languages, the keyboard, spell checker, and those kind of stuff. Basic, date and time, developer option, reset option, you can reset whatever you want. And about phone, you can change your device name. And funny thing is, even I change the device name in the Bluetooth, I have to change again for the Bluetooth, I guess. Yeah. Anyways. And you can click the Android version. You can see all the IP address, MAC address, like uptime, the build number, system update. Speaking of the build number, when I first received, it was 1.0.1, I believe. And then as soon as I turn on and I click the system update, it goes through the 1.1.0, and around January of 2023 they update 1.1.1, and each update there's only written in Chinese. Even in I set up as a English right now, but anyways, so I using the Google Translator and translate it, and it said like in 1.1.0 is support like pro guarding, so it's like a control your kids using the phone kind of stuff, and upgrade about down, and like you saw it before, the background application management that's added. And they also add one of the app I deleted, but one of the app called like one key acceleration, I think it's remove the RAM and make it faster and stuff. And there's like other optimization going on. And for the 1.1.1, they fixed the front facing camera, the brightness problem, and they add like pro guard feature and other optimization as well. So I can see they really take care of the pro guard application, which is the controlling your keys. So I can definitely see this one is like for students or kids, so they're not using phone all the time kind of stuff. So yeah, that's it for the this little settings app. Oh, it's longer than I expect, and hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you.